5 of the last 8 Community Shields have been decided by penalty kicks, and this one is going the same way. Salah goes first for Liverpool in front of the Liverpool fans, and he blazes it over the top of the crossbar, gets right underneath it.
That's one of the worst, that's for sure. Quite a short run-up.
Young Justin Devaney of Northern Ireland, who was signed from Airdrieonians 2 years ago. He steps up, left-footed, drives the ball high into the net, and Crystal Palace celebrate. They win the Community Shield, and they just can't stop springing surprises. Mark Gay picks up the Community Shield, and he thrusts it into the sky, and the Palace uprising continues.
And Crystal Palace are becoming silverware machine.
Absolutely magic, Justin Devaney. What a story it is. I think the boy was born in Irvine in Ayrshire, and somebody will tell me if I'm wrong. Signed with Kilmarnock, didn't play with Kilmarnock, went to Broomhill on loan.
Wow.
It's a team I know, playing the lower leagues in Scotland, and then moved to Airdrie.
Yeah.
Signed with Airdrie, and then moved to Palace, scoring the winner at Wembley.
Great story.
Isn't it magic?
No, I like stories like that.
So do I, mate. I love it. Absolutely love it. So come on, where are we now? Palace are the first club to win the Community Shield in their debut for 50 years since Derby County won in 1975. For Liverpool, it's now attention turns to the Premier League, and that's the opener against Bournemouth on Friday. And of course it's live on talkSPORT. After yesterday's loss, though, Big Virgil seemed to claim that they still need another attacker.
Yeah, great goal. Obviously, I saw it from behind, and the angle was great as well. I think he was good in play, in general play as well. So yeah, I think more to come. Keep working hard and be important for us, and it's good for him that he's off the mark. And yeah, hopefully more to come.
You've got so many attacking options now. Is the important thing in terms of finding the right balance in the team, or do you think you need more attacking options?
Well, we just lost Darwin, we went to Saudi. We lost Lucho, obviously we went to Bayern. So I think there's always room for an attacker, and in order to strengthen us. So let's see what the window brings.
Well, let's hear what his boss had to say on them. Arne Slot maybe didn't necessarily agree.
I think we have more than enough options to be good enough to win a game, to win a Charity Shield like today. And this is where I focus on myself on. With the players we have, we should be able to win, to score. That's actually what we did as well. We scored twice, and last season we only scored one against them. So in away and at home we could only score one against them. So my last concern at the moment is our offensive quality. It's more, it's not a concern, but if I look at the amount of goals we've conceded in pre-season, that's not of our standard.
Well, that's an interesting one. He says it's not a concern, which is absolutely fair enough. We're going to try and make a good bit of sense with a real Liverpool legend now. It's a very good morning to 7-time league champion Anfield, Phil Thompson. Tomo, good morning.
Morning,
mate.
Tomo.
Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Ali.
How are you, pal? You in good form?
I'm in good form. I'm better when I heard that Stelling wasn't on today.
Well, Ray got the last minute call. He was as disappointed as you were.
Super sub.
Ray, are you Bob the Regis? The last resort.
I wasn't there, Tom, I'm afraid.
Brilliant. Tomo, listen to me, mate. I was at the game yesterday. I thought I really enjoyed Liverpool first half. I really did. Liked the new signings. But I was making the point, the new signings, I think they'll be great for Liverpool. I really, really do. However, looking at what Liverpool have lost, obviously through tragic circumstances, and moving a couple of players on, Diaz and Nunez, have they left themselves a little bit short up top?
Possibly a little bit short. You were looking at it. Certainly when Ekitike came off, I think that did change the momentum of the game.
Me too.
And then I was thinking, well, who's going up front? Who's the change here? And I think they were looking at Wirtz probably to fill that role, for him to do it. But maybe, as we said, the tragic circumstances with Diogo, Luis Diaz going, Darwin Nunez, you know, that's 3 out, 3 gone. So maybe there is a little option. But listen, that I felt when you look at pre-season, the only clean sheet we had was in the behind closed doors game against Stoke at the AXA.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've been conceding goals. I think that'd be probably a more concern, only there's an injured Joe Gomez as backup for Canate and Van Dijk.
Yeah, I think that's where probably we'd be looking, a centre-half. I think Van Dijk, he said, look, we've got to get that right at the back. And you know, Tomo, you played in some top sides yourself and played some great centre-halves. I mean, you've got to have a solid base, haven't you? It's good getting attacking players, but you always got to have that solid base if you're going to be champions and go on to try and win Champions Leagues and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's maybe it's not just comes from the sort of centre-backs or even the back four. It comes from the ones in front, and we had Curtis there yesterday, and Dominic Szoboszlai, and maybe McAllister and Gravenberch have got to come in there.
Yeah.
So that will strengthen it, I would think. So it's protection sometimes in front of the back four, which counts. But I've no doubt we do need strengthening. I know Arne Slot has said we've got Robbo there who can fill in. Endo, who's always does a good job, but they're not proper centre-backs. So I would imagine maybe we'd be looking at a signing at least as backup for the two centre-backs.
What about other positions? I thought Frimpong in the first half particularly, Tom will look really lively getting forward. Kerkez, did a good job at left back. But we're having a laugh there, we were talking about it. I still expect Robbo to play a big part this season.
Well, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because we've got Tsimikas, Robbo and Kerkez. And you would think, obviously, Kerkez has just been brought in. Robbo or Tsimikas, are they going to sort of be happy playing second fiddle? Robbo, from what I believe, has been made vice captain. So you'd imagine that they've had a conversation. Is he going to go? So that's going to be an interesting one. But Robbo's got great character about him, and that's what you need. He won't be taking the Kerkez position lightly. He'll be wanting to fight for it, and that's what you want. You want good backup. But I just think we did look so good yesterday, particularly in the first half. And I think we just lost momentum in the second half. Maybe the fitness levels at this moment is not right. And as we know, you're always geared up for the very first game, which is Bournemouth on Friday.
Tomo, is Arsenal the nearest challengers this year to Liverpool? Or do you see Chelsea having a season, or Man City coming back?
Well, City with their 45 players, sorry, not City, Chelsea with their 45 players. They've always got they're looking good.
Yeah.
They well in that World Club Championship Club Cup that they played in. And I just think that they could have a big influence. They had a good start last season, if you remember.
Yeah.
But listen, I wouldn't write off Man City. I think they'll be hurting from last season, what happened. But they're still trying to juggle with good players gone and bringing new players in.
I might be wrong, Tomo. I just think that World Club Championship will have a little bit of an effect on City and Chelsea at some point during the season.
Well, Chelsea, as I said, with all their players, at least they've got a lot to pick from. With Man City, it could. And as we know with players, it is a difficult time. They do have big squads, but there's no good moaning about it. You've got to get on. But it'd be interesting to see those last 3 months of the season, how those teams, if they're still in with a charge.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.